Thinking of buying a home? Be careful. There are mortgage myths that can cost you serious money.
Oh no!
And who better to help me bust them than my cat? Let's dive into 5 money-wasting myths, cat style. Myth 1. Lowest interest rate equals best deal. Always pick the lender with the lowest rate. Sounds smart, right? That's like buying the cheapest cat food because it's technically food. Turns out it's full of fillers and regret. Same with mortgages. That shiny low rate may be hiding a dumpster fire of hidden fees, like loan origination charges, discount points, and prepayment penalties that can quietly eat your savings. What you really want to compare is the APR. That's the rate plus the fees. It tells you the actual cost of the loan. Always ask for the loan estimate that breaks down the APR and all the fees. And don't fall for teaser rates. Your wallet and your cat will thank you. If you are into smart money tips and cats judging your financial decisions, go ahead and subscribe. Myth 2. You can refinance anytime and save. If rates drop, is refinancing always a money saver? Well, if your rate is 5.5% and new one is 2.5%, then yes, most likely it makes sense. But if it's only a fraction of percent, then most likely not. Refinancing can cost $2,000 to $6,000 in closing costs. Appraisal, title fees, lender fees, it adds up. If you refinance too often or stretch the loan term again, you might lose money. Here's the trick. Use a refinance calculator and check your break-even point. That's how long it takes for your monthly savings to equal what you paid in fees. Here is one more trick. If you owned a house long enough and built your equity and/or price of the house increased, refinance could be a good option to eliminate primary mortgage insurance. So once again, run your numbers before you go to that bank. Myth 3. PMI is a waste of money. Private mortgage insurance is evil, so don't buy a house unless you've got 20% down.
That's like saying you shouldn't get a cat unless you have a designer sofa.
Newsflash! The sofa will be scratched either way. Here's what people don't realize. Waiting to save 20% could mean you miss out on price appreciation and equity building years. In a rising market, that wait can cost way more than PMI ever will. And most PMI, it's not forever. Once you hit 78% loan to value, it drops off after a short call to the bank. Or if you've made extra payments or your home's value went up, you can ask your lender to remove it early. Just be ready to either proof the house being upgraded significantly or wait 2 years before making a new appraisal. Don't wait forever to avoid a temporary fee. Run the numbers. Sometimes paying PMI now can make you wealthier later. Myth 4. Buy the max you're approved for. Oh, my favorite. If the bank approved me for $500K, I must be able to afford it. Like filling your cat's food bowl to the top and hoping for the best. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Lenders don't know your life. They don't see your daycare costs, travel habits, student loans, therapy, vet bills, or the fact that you still want to buy dinner out occasionally. They approve you based on what technically fits on paper, but that doesn't mean you'll feel good making that payment every month. Rule of thumb, your fixed costs, rent, utilities, debt, insurance, car, should be 50 to 60% of take-home pay. Buy a home that fits your real life, not your max limit. Your cat wouldn't approve of going broke, and neither should you. Myth 5. You don't need an inspection. House looks shiny and perfect. Think you can skip the inspection? Big mistake. Skipping it is like assuming your cat's innocent because she's napping, while the curtains behind her are shredded.
Fresh paint and new floors can hide big problems. Mold, plumbing leaks, failing HVAC, foundation cracks, stuff that can cost tens of thousands after you move in. Even brand new houses need an inspection. Hire your inspector, not the seller's buddy. And here's the truth. Even inspections aren't 100% perfect. Inspectors can miss things, like the dead breaker in my house that left my dryer spinning but never heating. That's why it's smart to download your state's inspection checklist and review the basics yourself as well. Inspect before you regret. Mortgage myths are like cats. Cute at first, but they'll wreck your finances if you're not careful.